Hey guys, Witch of Fear here, and as you know from my last video, I'm going to be talking about tarot today. Even though I call myself a witch, I have been studying tarot for a few years now, and there are some rumors, myths, superstitions surrounding tarot, rules, if you want to call them that, of how you should handle your cards and the environment which your cards should be in. It's all untrue, but you are allowed to believe in what you want. This is not a video saying you can't do this, you have to do it this certain way. This is me educating you that there are a lot of things that are untrue. You're going to be in the video too. Just wait. I will be referring to this book a lot. And several websites that I have up. I'll be listing them in my description. I'll be listing the book in the description. So yeah, that's where my information is coming from for this video. I have done research. This is not me making stuff up. So first, there's a set that I want to talk about, and it's in my book. It's actually bunched together, but on all websites they're listed individually because they're important, and they do go into detail more on websites than in my book. First, never buy your own tarot cards. This is known as being a freeloader in my book. If you're never allowed to buy your own cards, I don't think any of us would have learned the art. I know I wouldn't, because I'll go in a different video of the views surrounding tarot. There are many places to buy them. Half Price Bookstore, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, different websites that surrounding fandoms that actually make tarot cards for that fandom. Pretty much any bookstore. As far as I know, Walmart and Target have not sold them. Target's selection for books is very horrible. So is Walmart's. But anyways, I owned 3 decks. Now only 2. One got eaten by a dog. They are both very different in design and color and style, but they still mean the same thing. The Empress card is still going to be a nurturing motherhood figure for both decks. Now never buy your own cards is a very known myth. Now the second one, you must always wrap your cards in silk and keep them in a box with crystals to make them purified at all times. Now, I won't lie, I do believe in this, kind of. If it wasn't for the fact that this pillowcase is not made of silk, actually, yeah, let me just go ahead and get them out, if I can. Oh wow, I haven't seen these in a while. I mean, yeah. I actually got this at my first con. Wanted, actually. It's not made of silk. It's just a pillowcase. It's purple and all that. How the myth goes is you're supposed to keep it wrapped at all times in silk, blah blah blah, to keep the spiritual things of the abilities and all that in the cards. And then the box is supposed to be made of oak and has crystals in them. Now this actually has a bunch of things in here, not just my cards. Oh wow. Jeez, how many crystals do I have in here? Apparently I have 2 different quartz and 2 different amethysts in here. You're supposed to do that. That's to help purify and protect the cards from evil spirits, blah, 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 blah. And the 2 different little, well, let's call them handbooks, they're the little books you get with your tarot cards. I got one with the deck that's in the purple cloth. I'm sorry, pillowcase. And yeah, I improvise with the pillowcase. Now the deck I keep in here, like I said, I have a few things. I have the crystals. All of these little things are my cheat sheets for different, well, let's open up. This is the major arcana, different meanings, actually. Or, yeah. Gee, why did I do it that way? Yeah, see, the world. And meanings are usually one word that you can remember, and when I was studying this, I was trying to come up with one word that would help me remember it very easily. And then I put these in here for some reason. I don't remember why. And to even be weirder, my cards are still in the box they come with. I like them like that. They stay pristine. And that's actually the reason why I keep them in the cloth in the box, to keep them pristine and clean. Crystals, I don't believe in that anymore. Aesthetic reasons. Trying to find my place in my little little scripts. Now, the box I keep on this table next to my bed for easy reach. The one in the box is the deck I study and that I use the most. The one in the pillowcase sits on my bookshelf, and I forget about it most of the time. Anyways, on to the next little rule. Sleep with your cards. In every little handbook, it will talk about, in every little handbook that I have owned, talks about this. You put your deck of cards underneath a pillow, and you sleep on it for a week. I have done this, but usually my head ends up on a different pillow when I wake up. So, it's not a true thing. It's just something that they like telling you. Mostly it's, well, okay. The reason you do this, or would do this, is to connect your brain's psychic waves, or whatever, to your cards. It's not true. It isn't. It isn't. I mean, you are welcome to do it. I will say it will feel a bit awkward to have a deck of cards under your pillow. I mean, usually, I mean, if you have a bed like mine that doesn't have a headrest or headboard, the cards will fall down and underneath the bed. And if you're not constantly checking to see if the cards are still underneath your pillow, yeah. Go back over there. Let's see. What's the next one? Split brain, which basically means split brain myth is. I want to get those back out. That you cut your cards, sorry for shaking, with your left hand only. And yeah, I'm not going to actually cut those because I have those, and I have these all in order to study them, those meanings. Hi! You didn't come out, you fool. what I mean by the Fool is the Fool, the card. The first card of the Arcania, card 0. It represents new beginnings. In reverse, basically, you need to be careful of change. So the reason why you would do that is because you're left-handed, well, your left side of your body is tuned with your conscious mind because it is with your right side part of your brain, and everything your right part of your brain controls your left side, your right side controls your right side. Left is right, right is left. Or enough of anatomy. Anatomy lessons over. Confused? Yeah. It's completely alterable. Cut the deck however you want. I mean, I never remember this, and I always cut the deck with my right hand because I'm right-handed. Okay. And yeah. So the OCD, or spiritual cooties. Now this myth, what it means is only you may touch your cards because other people will contaminate them with bad juju or bad whatever, bad spiritual things. Their negativity will rub off onto the cards. Lie! It is one thing to value your cards. Like I said, one reason why I keep them wrapped up or in the box is to keep them in pristine condition. But if people would want to look through my cards when I'm setting them, they're welcome to. I will even tell them a little bit about them. I'll tell them, what I'm telling you now, the different myths and lies about people have told you about tarot. And several people believe this is better to have people look through your cards to help them get familiar with the images and symbols. And I have to get this deck out and show you what I mean. It's being complicated. Okay. Now, this deck, which is they're hard to hold because they're much larger than my other cards. And they're actually much heavier. Okay, so I actually have used the steampunk ones. Okay. Let's see if I can. The flying machine. Yeah, that's not. Okay, there we go. Empress. We'll continue with the Empress that I mentioned earlier. Now, please don't laugh at me, because I'm stuck. This is the steampunk of the Empress, if the glare would like to stop. It's much more shinier than this card. And if you're homestuck, Fairy is supposed to be the next Empress. And her personality is that she wants to care. That's her culling, which the word culling means to remove the unwanted. At work, if you work in the produce department, you cull for the bad food. This is a picture of what's supposed to be Queen Victoria. a queen, which let's just go with a queen. I don't want to say it's Queen Victoria. Might be Queen Victoria. But, yeah, as you can tell, these are two completely different looking cards. They still have the same meaning and all that. Actually, let's go with the Emperor. For here, oh my god, I can get the glare, you know. Yeah, but you can't see it. Okay, well, I'll just describe it. It has, what did I put down for Emperor? I think it was, well, fatherhood. Power, protection. And would you like to know who's on the homesec version of the Emperor? Equius the Hawk. Sitting in a throne. He has the crown on. He has the thing that's the scepter that they normally hold. And he has cracked it. The steampunk one has I guess, well, has a man on it. Don't know what emperor it would be. Appears to be a ship. Aries. Not Aries. Yeah, Aries. The sign Aries, which is, I guess they're trying to connect the sign to the god of Aries, you know, war, god of war. There's a shield with an eagle on it, just kind of manly war kind of stuff that would have been around in the 1800s. So, yeah, two different styles, two different images. So, you are welcome to touch my deck because I am a little. Dave, why did you. Okay, Dave. The fool does not want to come out of the deck. Like I said, and plus, in a few books I have actually read, you're supposed to let the card, I'm sorry, the person you're reading for, cut the deck. Left hand or right hand. Doesn't matter. Get that out. Get that out of your head. Don't have to cut the deck with your left hand. Now these cards are probably going to be spiteful towards me. Because I'm showing them off and holding them to each other. Which, the reason why I mentioned spiteful cards is I had actually never heard of this myth until I bought this book and did some research on the internet for this video. Apparently, owning more than one deck of cards make them jealous of each other, and they'll, go out of their way to sabotage the reading. I really don't know if this is truthful because, I mean, I own 2 decks and I haven't had any issues. I think this is probably just made up because someone was having some bad luck at reading the cards or something, and there was another deck in their vicinity. I mean, this is how this come to be, it just is. Now, I don't know if many people have heard of this next one, lunar energy. So this is number 7 on this list of rules. So you're supposed to let your cards sit out in the light of a full moon. This I understand. Being a witch, during the full moon, magic is increased. That's when the supernatural comes out. But tarot is not supernatural. It's not occult. It's used more for guidance and division. Why did I write division? Divinity. Oh my god. Predicting the future, which in many books it'll just say it's for guidance. For my book, I will be referencing that a lot. I'll be bringing that up. more and more. Now, being a seer does not mean you're a witch as well. I mean, the words, unfortunately, are interchangeable among people who do not understand them. Oops. And again, people don't really be like, no, you can't do that. You can't call, well, it's like calling, I'm trying to think of, well, it's like the person who is working on a check lane isn't gonna know what's in the back room. They're not trained for that. All they know how to do is bring you up. Any person on the floor who walks around is in clothing or electronics, toys, they might be able to know what's in the background. It's a 50-50 chance. I'm trying to think of some things that are interchangeable words. I'm not really coming up with anything. But, I work in retail, so expect a lot of examples from that. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at my script, and the last thing I'm going to talk about on this list. Number 8, if we're still counting. Saying an incantation over the cards right before a reading, or whatever, under your breath. You're supposed to do this for a good reading. It's like wearing the same underwear for when a sports team is playing, and they won last time, because you wore this underwear, and you've been wearing this underwear for 4 weeks, and they've been winning constantly. There's an episode in this sitcom called Last Man Standing with, Tim Allen. There was one of the episodes, like I said, there was a football game, and it was like also on the same day as the bridal shower, wedding shower, and they're like, oh, well, you can't watch the game here, and they're like, no, and one of the guys is like, no, I'm going to watch the game here. We watched the game here last year. You're going to do the exact same things you did last year, this year, so that the team will win. The women are like, think it's silly, but they do it anyways, because they just do. It's a bit silly, and I've never heard of people really doing this in practice. I mean, I guess some people do it. I don't. I think it's silly, because it's just not part of my rituals for doing readings. But then again, you may do any of the things that this list of rules are. I'm not telling you can't. It's just I don't do most of them. And then my last one that I saved, because I really think this is funny, because I'm a witch. The evil kitty! Let me put my cards up first. So I find this really funny because witches are seen as having cats as familiars. Oh no, the stitching's coming loose. Oh well. They did a really good job on this pillow though. Pillowcase, whatever. And they're and it's kind of funny because come here. Ugh, come here. Ugh. Meet Merlin. Merlin's a black cat. She's a girl cat. And she's named after the greatest magician ever. Yeah. Yeah, go be with the cards. A lot of people are going to call me crazy because cats, especially black cats, are supposedly drain your psychic powers. I'm going to drain my psychic powers? Going to drain my powers? But I'm a witch. Cats have been known to serve witches as either creatures that increase their magical power or as their own rides in some cases. I'll be talking more about this in October. This is untrue. You may love your kitty cats. This is just, more superstition surrounding cats being evil because of the Black Plague and all of that. And, well, most people think cats are only good for, no, don't do that, for catching rats and mice. And even then, people don't like it when the kitty cats bring them the dead kills because people are squeamish. But you don't do that. You sit on top of my TV sometimes. Yes, you do. Meow. Are you gonna just keep on walking in front of me? No? Okay, good. So those are the rules. Yes. I love you too. I love you too. Excuse me for a moment while I kick her out. Okay, I kicked her out. Dog barked. Okay, now that I've dealt with all those rules, now to the next myths and superstitions that's pretty much all the same. Saying the cards are something that they aren't. Um, whether it's saying tarot is evil, magical, always right, the devil, occult, or the reverse cards are always bad. What I mean by reverse cards, well, we'll take the Fool for. Yeah, I'll show y'all in a moment. Okay. They're all wrong. Tarot is not evil. Death card is not a bad omen. I'll talk more about that later this month. Get out! Forget all about that. A tarot card is just a card at the end of the day. It's used to enlighten someone for guidance. This ties to the card being magical. Sorry to say, but the card is not magic. They just aren't. The magic you see in movies is not really real. Yeah, boo! I'm a witch. I should be saying magic is real. And it is, but I'll talk more about that in October. There's, yeah. Okay, I talked about... But yeah, I mean, tarot, they just aren't magic. Sorry. Alright, I talked about them being bad, magical. Well, they aren't the work of the devil. This rumor was caused by the church. People who want to see evil will see evil. Self-fulfilling prophecy. Like I said earlier, tarot is used for guidance. Next, occult. Things hidden if you didn't know that. The cards they've been around since the 15th century. Not really hidden. Okay. Cards always mean right. The cards just reveal possibilities. And I'll say this again. They are used for guidance. Please, pigeon. They're not. You can choose to ignore the cards completely. If the cards say, yeah, you're going to meet the girl of your dreams and all that, if you go out on Friday night, you could get sick and not go out. Go out or whatever. You could choose, oh, hey, I'm going to spend my night playing video games. Well, you don't meet the girl of your dreams. Doesn't mean you just I mean, did I forget? Oh, right, reverse cards. Reverse cards. Well, what is a reverse card? I mean, I'll do a whole entire video on this. But for the moment, let me do an example. Please go back one. So we have good old Fool here. And to remind y'all, the Fool means new beginnings. And trust, taking a risk. Did I do reverse? I did reverse. I thought I did. Oh, let me just get my book right here. Alright. Oh. Okay. That's why. The Full upright means new beginnings. Reverse card basically means that upside down. New beginnings. Be caution. See what I mean? Oh wait, I didn't tell you what I mean. There are 78 upright messages, meanings that are obvious and clear. First, not so obvious and clear. But they can be just as enlightening. Actually, let me go back to my page. Let's see. The Full up. Oh. Cocky. Yeah, but new beginnings, but be cautious. I know. New beginnings, it means a change. It's like, well, okay, I'll read this. When upright, the Fool suggests a leap of faith and a desire to explore the unknown with a beginner's mind. The Fool has a basic trust that things will turn out well in the end, but has not yet acquired the ability to navigate his way successfully through the practical affairs of everyday life. Now stop right there. And a reverse, at some point during childhood, most kids hear their parents, say, if all your friends jumped off a bridge, would you jump too? So, cautions against unrealistic planning. And the Fool is all about planning, kind of. It's like you're taking that leap. Okay. Get foolish risk-taking, gullibility, irresponsibility, immature, premature action, hush-nash, poor judgment, and a lack of basic trust. Be sure to look before you leap. Leap. Leap of faith. Get what I mean? Kind of negative. Well, actually, let's choose a different one. Let's see. Yes, the moon. The moon upright is, well, elusive, unclear, confusing. My word is illusion. Always hidden from human view. Reverse, well, period of confusion or uncertainty, unclear. No, not. I'll go more in depth over it in a later video this month. but they're not always bad. Their meaning's just unclear. Um, I think that's pretty much all I'm going to cover for now. There are a lot more myths and superstitions and rumors around tarot that I didn't talk about. I'll leave websites in my description that y'all can check out and y'all can do some research on y'all's own. Um, but until then, I will see y'all guys in my next video. Bye!